Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Undressing the Beef. I'm your host, Carlos.
I'm your co-host, Vanessa, and then our mini co-host, Brita.
Is she on in the view?
I don't know. I can't tell from my
She
point
looks
of view.
tired.
Cause she
Anyways,
just went for a walk.
What's up, guys? We took forever to take that last episode.
Yeah, and that's partly my fault. The reason for that is because I had this vision of taking a picture, uploading it, and then it would correlate with the episode. But we never got to that picture. Also, it's been really crappy around here. Like, it's rained all week. So, there was just no good day for a picture. Actually, Carlos, if you look outside, it's mad nice out.
I know.
So it would have been a great
It would have been, but whatever.
But it is what it is. And we still haven't announced it on our Instagram. So, but for those of you who do listen to our podcast, now you know that what we're having. Quickly talking about my pregnancy journey. So, I came out to be diabetic, gestational diabetes. At first it sounded scary, but when I was like scrolling through TikTok, it's actually a very common thing. And sometimes it's not even your fault. Like, some of these women that I saw on TikTok, they are super healthy, they work out, they eat healthy foods and everything, and it's towards like the end of their journey. The end of their pregnancy that they end up getting it. And it just has to do with your placenta.
I thought it was like worse. Yeah. I mean, it's not good.
No. But I am currently 22 weeks today, right? And the reason I was diagnosed with it earlier was because of my family's history. Both sides of the families are diabetic. However, I have been able to push off by not taking insulin, which is great.
Yeah, by staying healthier, eating healthier.
Yeah, I've definitely switched up my diet a few, so that's good. I've gotten a whole bunch of... Right now, I'm like on the whole grain, whole wheat wagon right now.
Yeah. Well, not wagon. You have to do it.
But like, one of the things she was like, you definitely can't have pizza. Because I think one of my logs, I ate pizza like 3 times a week.
No. Wasn't it waffles?
Waffles and pizza.
Oh, really? Both of them?
Yeah, they were like on the log more than once. And so she was like, you definitely can't have that. And so then she was like, but Carlos actually picked something up from Costco the other day, these flatbreads. And
whole grain flatbread.
Yeah, whole grain flatbreads. And on the back, there was like a picture of making like your own pizza. And I was like, bro, let me try it out. And I tried it out and it was actually really good.
So you're welcome.
So, just tweaking things here and there.
It's also hard because
I crave like dirty
at the beginning,
food.
You were craving. Like, she never ate Taco Bell.
No.
And then she was like, I want Taco Bell. Yeah. And I was like, fine, I'll sacrifice myself and eat Taco Bell too. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get to these topics that we have.
Yeah, just a quick little.
Do you remember any of the topics?
No, I have to look on my phone for that.
I got you. The first one was, do men find women unattractive when they have kids?
Oh, now I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah, now I remember that topic.
A lot of our topics come from watching Law and Order.
Law and Order, or something that came up about our life that was like, ooh, this is a good topic.
So you asked me, and then you were like, don't answer.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just one person, so I don't speak for everybody.
Right.
Personally, to me now, it's like, no. But also because I'm older. But if you're like 18, 19, like, that might be a turnoff because you're not mature enough, to make that decision whether, oh yeah, I want a kid in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You're still kind of like a kid when you're like 17, 18.
Right.
Even like up to like 21, I guess, right? Because you want to go out, you want to party, and you want somebody to come out with you, but you don't want to be worried about like, oh, do we have a babysitter tonight?
That's true.
And it's not your kid, so it's like, shit, well, you go find a babysitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to hang out with you. Go find a babysitter. Like, you don't want to do that. But now that like I'm older,
mm-hmm.
like let's say we broke up, we divorced because we can't break up anymore.
You're right.
And I found someone else that had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. It wouldn't be a turnoff. It would just be like, oh, you could. Oh, especially like if she was hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a bigger turnoff. Like, oh, why do you think? But I would also understand that.
Right, because she might have had like bad
Yeah,
experience.
but I would just be like,
yeah.
oh, you could have told me earlier. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But I don't think it would be a turnoff because again, I lived my young life already.
Do you think that it's a turnoff for like the guys that are really just trying to hook up?
Oh yeah, if you're trying to just hook up, like you don't want to be dealing with a kid.
Right.
It's like you going back to like being a little kid. Like there's obstacles to hooking up. Before it was like, oh, we have to go do it. My parents are home, so you'll be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Or we got to sneak around. So now you're going back to like, we got to sneak around a kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're just trying to hook up, then yeah, definitely you don't want to have like to deal with that. But if you're like trying to find like, your future partner, then I don't think it's a turnoff. What would you do? I mean, it's kind of different with a guy, isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, if a guy had a kid?
Yeah, like full custody. Like
full custody, and was I just looking for a fling?
They're just... No, like you're looking.
I wouldn't. Actually, yeah.
It would be a turnoff.
I don't want to deal with no baby mama. Like, yeah, I feel like it's different for women because, like, you have to deal with another woman. And, like, depending on how, like, the person that you're seeing and his baby mama, like, you don't know their full history. He might just be, like, bashing her. But maybe she's actually pretty good. Like, you don't know. But I just rather not deal with that. Like, I've seen so many threads, so many videos of people, like, bashing other babies. Not other babies.
Baby mamas.
Other baby mamas. And it just causes, like, there's so much drama. Like,
yeah.
That's what... Sometimes people end up, like, not even continuing to date that person because of the drama.
Yeah, I guess. It could also help you, like, weave out, like, oh, well, he's like this. Like, I don't want to be with someone like that.
Right.
Like, you're talking mad shit about your ex or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even in a relationship, like, I never liked when people talked mad shit about their ex. Like, even when we were young, like, it was like, well, when we break up, you're going to talk mad shit about me. Like, why would I want that?
True that.
But
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Like, you've never really talked shit about your ex.
None of them, right?
No. And I've never really talked shit about my exes.
No.
Because I'm like, whatever happened helped me get to where I am now.
Right, and I'm besties with one of them, so.
Okay, no, you're not. Don't say that. It's weird.
We work together.
But yeah, I mean, I'm going to conclude that little topic with, I don't think it should be a turnoff. It also depends what you're looking for.
What you're looking for, and depends on the guy, too. Because some guys are, they're mature about it. And then some guys, obviously, they're mad immature about it.
Yeah. But personally, I don't think. For me, it wouldn't be a turnoff. If I'm looking for my partner.
Right.
My second lifelong partner. Just saying.
You said that after me, that's it.
No, that's what you said.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I said, if you die...
I said after Carlos dies...
I'm open.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Because dealing with Carlos... It's like he has like 18 different personalities.
I mean, I don't think so. But...
No, I'm just mad hormonal right now.
Yeah. You're losing your breath now more that you're pregnant.
Yeah. You can hear
you
it?
Breathing. Yeah. Before it was just me because I was fat. Well, I'm still fat.
No, that is part of the thing right now. Like, well, we'll be out of breath because like...
In the background,
she's
just
squeezing my lungs. Fuck you! Because I hear it I'm trying to fucking hold my breath. Now it's your fault. No, like I'm like thinking about my breathing.
Just try to move your head. Like when I'm talking, just move your.
I hate you.
When I'm talking, just move your. That's what I do. When you're talking, I just move away from the mic.
But I'm also mad comfortable. Right now, I have some back pain.
Yeah, so try to breathe out your mouth and blow it the other way or something like that. But you're pregnant, so it's okay. We'll give you a pass.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that was a quick. I thought it would be a deeper topic, but. It's as simple as how mature you are and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And as a mom, it's okay to feel like nervous about telling them about a kid, about hiding it, because you don't know how they're going to react.
Right. I feel like there's some parents out there who want their kids to like have their own kids. They don't really want, the drama of another family or woman's kids. Like, although there are some families out there that are great that do take other people's kids in as their own.
Yeah, like your uncle.
Right. Right.
Not
Would
the
your
same.
parents ever taken? And the reason I'm asking you is because you know that story you're telling me about your brother.
Popcorn. Would they take in like a grandchild? Like a,
Remember, he was trying to bring.
I know. I know.
Oh,
Would they take? I think so.
yeah, I feel like your parents are the type
They're very loving to
very
like
loving.
younger people, which sounds weird. They're very nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they would. I don't think they would mind.
In the beginning, there would probably be like a little talk here and there, but then after a while,
Yeah, it'd be kind of like weird. But my parents are at a point where they don't really care what other people say. I feel like that's would have been one of the big things. Like, oh, what are people gonna say?
yeah.
You know. But they're at the point where they're like, they don't care because, you know, personal experience. Like, mad people talk shit about me, and I'm like, my mom's like, shit. You know, I got a good one because of the stuff that we did.
Pound. Your high five.
Air high five.
Something
Yeah.
I'm
We followed the rules to getting married and then having a baby. Hey.
me thinking I was infertile.
Well, not everyone can say that.
Anyways,
Oh, you did that perfectly.
what?
You know, when trying to like throw shade, you go.
Yeah, Carlos was having a little fit trying to put everything together.
It's just
I mean, I don't blame him. You know, we are in an apartment. We're trying our best to like.
we have like a portable podcast setup.
Basically, we literally have to put everything up, then put it away.
Not we.
With Carlos.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. I can't do more.
Even before you were pregnant. The next thing is consequences, right? This is where I have to vent.
Okay.
Because people nowadays are growing, not only are the kids growing up, but people are getting used to not having any consequences from their actions. Like, even social media, like, doing stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no consequences to that. It's just like, oh, it's for a video, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, like, the whole Andrew Tate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where he got kicked off social media.
Did he really?
Yeah, like Instagram banned him. Well, I know Instagram is one of the big ones that banned him.
Oh.
YouTube, I think, banned him.
Okay.
I think YouTube banned him and Instagram. So the main two things that he was making money from, banned him. And then he comes out and everybody's come and defend him like, oh, he needs this and that. Like, it's not fair. Blah, blah, blah. Dotty, dotty, dotty. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, bro, what were you talking about? Women need tattoos on their forehead of the body count of how much they did.
What the fuck?
Women are property. If a woman makes money, they need to give you the money. Give you money from it.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much just bashing women, right? So obviously there's going to be heat coming from that. And now you're going back like, oh, with my freedom. No, like, perfect. You have freedom of speech. You said what you had to say. But this is the consequence that comes from it. And the fact that nobody understands that is kind of sad. Because everybody's defending him and all this and that. Like, that's not fair, that's not fair. What do you mean it's not fair? Like, YouTube, like, you're living under your parents' house, right? Like, me and you, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we did anything bad, we had to pay for those consequences.
Of course, right.
You know? Because there's always a consequence to everything you did. You're living under their roof. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. Like, Andrew Tate is living under YouTube's roof. All that shit is hurting YouTube with sponsorships. Because YouTube makes money from ads and all that. So an ad sees that and they're like, yo, we don't want him on your platform. Or we're not gonna sponsor. Some companies come up to YouTube and they're like, well, we're not gonna put that much money in anymore because you have this guy bashing all this and we don't want to put our product behind that. Because I think you don't really pick what ads go on your videos.
Right.
So it's just random ads. So if there's like women empowerment ads on his videos, it's like, So
awkward.
It's like YouTube has to answer to those people.
Right, of course.
So the easiest thing to do
is just ban him.
If you fucked up in a house that you lived in a Hispanic household, they would kick you out.
For sure, yeah.
Right? So that's what they did. And now everybody's like, oh, no, like, live with your consequences. Perfect. You can have your ideas. You can have all this and that. And it's like, okay, live with your consequences. And little kids are growing up with that bullshit.
Ugh, that's one thing about, like...
Where little kids can go and slap their parents, yell at their parents, do this and that, and you can't even do anything to your kids because it's bad.
No, I'm gonna say anything.
Say it.
I was gonna say that's not gonna happen.
Well, it's not.
With us, at least.
And it's just, I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. But it's like a lot of things that, even with I know you're not going to like this because it's on Bad Bunny. Right? His actions had a consequence for me to be like, maybe I shouldn't be listening. Or maybe I don't support him as much as I used to.
What consequences are we talking about?
When he came out and like kissed the dude.
Oh,
right?
What about it?
But you can't judge me for being like, okay, that's a little too far.
You want another dude to kiss you?
No.
So then what's the problem?
What do you mean?
What is the consequence?
For people not to follow him, and then people get backlash because they're like, oh, you're homophobic. Like, no, like, that's just not what I want to look at. That's not what I want to represent.
Never representing himself.
No, but like, when you listen to his music, you're supporting him.
Yeah, and?
Right?
Yeah.
So you can't blame me for not wanting to support him after that.
I mean, that's up to you.
See, and you're getting defensive.
I'm not getting defensive.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying that's up to you.
Yeah, but the way you said it.
Okay, you want me to say it nicer?
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
No, but you know what? Like, you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
So, yeah, I mean, everyone is entitled to do whatever they want. But there shouldn't be no backlash with how people respond to it.
I mean, you know what they're going to say. Freedom of speech.
I know, but it's that bullshit where there's always been freedom of speech, right?
Yeah. And
everybody's like, well, back then there was no internet. So
that's true.
Nobody can get really canceled because what are you going to get canceled from? On the newspaper? But, you know, by the time the shit comes out, it's like, it's old news. So, I don't know. It's just, I'm just like, where were those where, like, you would get in trouble for doing dumb shit when you were a little kid? And now it's okay to do everything that's fucked up. Times
have definitely changed. It sucks. And you can definitely tell, like, this generation that's growing up now, they are definitely more ruthless, immature.
Yeah. It's just sad seeing it.
It is sad because, like...
especially growing up a certain way. Because me and you were raised a complete different way.
Yeah, like, I know sometimes I can be a little... what's the word? Disrespectful?
Yeah. You can be very disrespectful.
But in my head, I have my reasons. But I don't go too far.
You try to square with your mom in the streets of Chicago one day. What do you mean you don't go too far? That was the one thing where I was like...
okay, first of all, that never happened.
I had to hold you back.
That never happened.
Then
Stop
who was
spreading
I holding
lies.
Back?
Some person, not me.
Okay.
I just went to go in to give her a hug, and you just, like, got back.
That was one of the reasons why I hated going out with you and your family. Because you were always so disrespectful to your mom, where I grew up, I need to respect my mom. My dad, I had problems respecting him, but I still showed him respect.
You conquered that.
But there would still be points where I'd be like, I would talk back. And he hated it. And I would give him that little smirk. I think that's what...
it's that smirk that... I know that smirk.
That got him. Like, I remember one time we went to a hotel, and obviously they get the
chocolate chip cookies?
No, what the fuck? Chocolate chip cookies. No, they get the main room. The master bedroom or whatever.
I don't know why.
And they had an Apple Doc radio on there.
Okay.
And I just went in there and fucking took it. Mm-hmm. They was like, oh, why you took my radio? I was like, nah, like, I put your... give them that little... I put, like, the little crappy radio that they put us. Mm-hmm. Alarm clock, whatever. Then he came out and he's like, who took... I was like, well, I took it. Well, he's like, well, it's in my room. I was like, bro, you don't even have an iPod. Like, I'm going to get more use out of it. Like, I told him, like, you don't have an iPod. Mm-hmm. You don't need it. And he was like, but it was in my room. And I would be like, but you don't need it. I need it. And then he still took it. And then I took it back. So it was like that. But there was always, like, he would, you know, I would get in trouble. If I wanted something, like, he wouldn't get it. Like, but then I was like, okay, well, I fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
But I understood that. And that's what's leaving now. It's like, kids demand everything.
True that. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm not that ruthless.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where we're going. No, that was the one main
That was
thing.
a one-time
That was
thing.
the biggest red flag. How
Right.
mean you were to your mom.
But you still married me?
Yeah.
Something's
Because I'm
wrong
like,
with you.
you know, that gorilla grip.
Carlos! No, thank God I'm editing now.
You just keep that in. No,
Fucking
no, I don't know. I guess I just loved you enough to overlook that red flag.
You loved me?
But I would always be like,
You loved
I
me?
love you
Okay,
that
Mr.
much.
Valerie.
But I would always be like, bro, you're going to have a kid one day and they're going to disrespect you. And you're going to finally be like, oh my God, this is what my mom feels.
I feel like that's why people are excited for me to have a kid so I can get a taste of my own medicine.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be that bad because I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I know. That's your problem, not mine.
No, what I'm saying was like, you know, our child's going to have a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I'm pretty sure if your dad was there the whole time, he wouldn't let you do all that.
You know, I'm emotional, right?
You're going to cry.
The tears are coming up.
Okay, maybe I should have bring that up.
This is one thing they don't tell you about pregnancy. As you cry for everything. And the fact that I'm having a daughter, one thing Carlos is like, I hope she does not have your anger issues. And I hope that is true.
Yeah.
I hope she has your patience.
You know what I was listening to? I was listening to Shaq. You know Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
On some podcast.
That he's rich. His kids are not rich.
Yeah, but not that part.
Oh.
Where somebody asked him, like, oh, my daughter's playing something. What do I do? And he was just like, well, don't pressure them. And his reasoning was because when you put too much pressure on a kid.
Mm-hmm. Like they were doing a sport?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't really love the sport anymore. So when you don't put pressure on them, or there's a right age where you put pressure on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because he asked him how old the little girl was. And he was just like, well, enforce, just to have fun, do her best, this and that, because it's not the time to put pressure on them.
Right.
And then I was like, wow, that's like, because now you see so many parents putting so much pressure on their kids. Even when I go play soccer, like there's so many parents on the sideline watching their kid, and they're after practice, they're like, well, you should have done this, you should have done that. And the kid just looks like, what the fuck,
Like they're just doing it to enjoy it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have school tomorrow. Like I need to go home, shower, and fucking go to sleep. So I found that really interesting coming from him because he's like, one of the best players to ever play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say like, oh, well, don't put too much. He said like literally don't put pressure on him. His reasoning was because when he was his dad was strict on him.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing in a game and he had a bad game. And then his dad was like, well, why'd you, what's going on? And he was like, oh, it's too much pressure. And Dad's like, you have no pressure. You have food on the table. You have a roof. There's nothing for you to be pressured about. Then he's like, oh, but it's the pressure of the game. And he was like, you need to play with no pressure. And then his dad took him, and then they found like a homeless person. And then he was like, go and talk to them. Then he said, after he talked to them, whatever, he came back to his dad, and his dad was like, that's someone who has pressure. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't know when their next family's meal is coming from. If they have kids, they don't know where they're staying, how they're surviving.
Mm-hmm. That's
pressure. You don't have any pressure playing. You're going to school. You live in my house. You're getting fed. That there's nothing for you to be put under pressure for. And then he said after that he just played so calm because it was like, if I miss, I fucking miss. Like,
right.
I'm not gonna try to miss, but there's not that added like pressure on him. And I was like, well, that's like pretty like genius, because every time you do something and you're under pressure for whatever reason, it's so much harder to do. But when you're playing like mind free and all that, then it's easier. That's one thing I wanted to bring it up to.
Now, the pressure thing, though, I understand. And right now I'm currently reading I'm Glad My Mom Died from Jeanette McCurdy. I'm still in the beginning age part where she's getting into acting, and like her mom pressuring her to go into acting. I think I told you where she told her mom, she's like, I don't. By the way, I should have said, disclaimer, if you haven't read it, please skip this part.
Too late.
Anyways, so she told her mom, like, she doesn't want to do acting, and then her mom completely spazzed out and, like, almost, basically had a fit in the middle of the road. And then Jeanette said, like, I'm kidding, haha, move on. And then her mom was just, like, completely fine. And so I just got to the part where she got the booking for iCarly.
Okay.
And she feels like, obviously her mom is pressuring her about, like, everything that's going on. And so remember how I was telling you that she still wants to feel like a child, like she doesn't want her body changing. So she's currently like in this whole eating disorder thing.
Yeah.
So they made her try, like, on bikinis. I don't know what for. I don't even remember what episode. But she was just so unhappy with everything that was going on. But her mom was like, no, try on more bikinis, try on more. And she was just saying okay because of her mom. Well, now everybody knows that Jeanette, like, hated acting, but she's more into writing.
Right. That's good.
Yeah, but that just shows you she was only doing things to, like, please her mom.
And it also shows you.
But she was also, that pressure was put on her because they came from, like, basically nothing.
Yeah.
Like, their house was one of those houses that you can describe when watching those shows, Hoarders.
Okay.
They literally had rooms, right? But they didn't sleep in them. They bought, like, those foldable mats that you can get from, like, Costco, Sam's, or anything like that. That's where they were sleeping, in the living room.
Wow.
And in one of the castings that Jeanette did, she had enough money to buy a bunk bed. And so her mom was like, okay, buy the bunk bed. However, she was not allowed to sleep on the top bunk bed, and they ended up filling it with crap. Like, her mom literally would save everything. Her mom broke a mug, and then she put it in a Ziploc bag to save it. She didn't throw it out.
I want to know what was wrong with, like, how she grew up.
I don't know. I'm still reading it.
Okay.
But, so she was sleeping at the bottom bunk bed. Eventually, her bottom bunk bed was taken up with stuff around the house. So she ended up sleeping again on the mat in the living room. So it would be like her and her two siblings and her mom. And then there was a room where her grandparents were sleeping in. And then her dad, like, slept at the far end of the house in, like, this random room, but, like, only a corner where the bed was available. Because every inch was basically taken up.
That's crazy.
By stuff. So that pressure was put on her, and that's where I was going with. So that way, because she would always talk about it in the book, how debt collectors were calling her mom, and her mom was trying to push things and push. So, like, with her being an actress, it can lead to them having more money.
And more things.
So that's why she was put in under that pressure. And her mom wanted to be an actress, but her parents didn't allow it.
Oh, so she was living.
She was living through her daughters.
So many parents do that.
I know that.
It's so, like, they don't realize they mess up, like, generations, because you're not just messing up your kid. Like, your kid possibly could mess up his kid.
Yeah.
And it could just go forward.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything else you want to add before we finish this quick episode?
No, this is a quickie.
Hey. Also, if you have DACA, you should renew, because they're trying to, like, take it away.
Have you renewed yours?
I'm about to renew. In, like, 2 weeks. Okay. No, but for real, because, like, someone, like, one of the judges, like, claimed it illegal.
I don't know why they keep doing that.
Right? I'm just like, bro, we're already in here. Like, we're paying taxes. Like, let us be. Let us enjoy our life right now. With no worries. Stop putting pressure on us. So yeah, if you have DACA out there, just, if you can, if you're planning to do it, like, a little couple months.
You should do it now.
Yeah, you should do it as soon as you can, before they do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
They need to just let us be. Like, Biden just cleared something about
people who have been
weed.
going. Yeah.
And I'm just like, come on, what about us little immigrants?
Us little immigrants?
Like, let us be free,
Yeah.
Just like weed. Let us be legal.
What a great metaphor.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a little quick, fast.
Quick is fast.
Quick and easy. Vanessa cried for no reason.
I was hoping I wouldn't cry in an episode. It's all your fault.
Remember to follow us on our social media, which are
Undressing the Beef on Instagram and TikTok.
Me, it's Instagram. It's Carlos with a 0.
Why didn't you?
I froze because damn, I wanted to talk about Comic-Con.
You want to go?
That'll be for the next episode.
Okay.
Keep you guys posted. This Comic-Con was very interesting. Very, very interesting.
You didn't invite me, so I didn't go.
You didn't want to go. But yeah. This is Carlos saying goodbye.
Follow my social media, Vanessa Mayonesa on Instagram and Vanessa Mayonesa with a 0 on TikTok.
I'll follow our puppy, who's not a puppy.
Miss Minnie Frida.
Follow her on Instagram. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
We gotta go eat.